Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another North Georgia Video Productions Hall County Sports Game of the Week. I'm Gary Glenn, coming to you from the Brickyard at North Hall again, along with William Howington and Dick Horde. Second round playoff action in AAA for the undefeated North Hall Trojans host the Fighting Patriots of Sandy Creek, coming in at 7-4. But guys, that might be a little bit deceptive. That 7-4.
Yeah, Gary, they're only 20 points away from an undefeated season. Some of their losses, one was in overtime. They lost by 6. They lost to Cartersville by 1 point. So a very good football team, no doubt. You don't get this far along without being a very good football team. And they ride the arm of their quarterback, Rio Johnson, who's thrown for 1,600-plus yards so far this year. They're a balanced attack. They do have the running backs that have combined between two of them to come up with 1,000 yards, but not the big gun running back. So I look for them to try to put the ball in the air on North Hall.
Well, William, North Hall's defense has not surrendered very much this year. As a matter of fact, the closest people have gotten to them was McNair last week, and that's only 21 points.
Right, and McNair did most of that on the ground. They did have a couple of big passes, and teams have tried to throw the ball against North Hall. You think they'd be susceptible. Maybe that is a weakness, but so far it hadn't shown that this year. They've been able to handle the passing attacks of J-Bo Shaw at Flowery Branch and of Gainesville. So, I don't know if throwing the ball is going to be that big of a success there for Sandy Creek. Obviously, mixing it in is always a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying they're going to try to throw it. I'm not saying they're going to succeed at it because, nobody's been successful really moving the ball against North Hall.
Nothing that the Trojans haven't seen before. Now, the veteran coach over at the Sandy Creek Fighting Patriots is a fella who has a long football pedigree, too. He's been there for 9 years. Head coach is 3. That's Chip Walker, and you remember his dad, Rodney Walker, is coached here in Northeast Georgia.
Yeah, I'm one of about 1,000 people who've coached against Rodney from the other sidelines. Yeah, good football family and got to be a very intelligent guy. Anybody that's grown up with Rodney is going to know his stuff.
Well, speaking of Coach Chip Walker, Gina Gailey standing by with the coach.
We're on the field with head coach Chip Walker here. Sandy Creek, first round win, big for you against Hart County.
It really was. It was a big win for us. We, anytime you win the playoffs are big because you get to play another week, so that was important for us.
North Hall, what are you going to go after to them tonight?
I don't know. They've proven all year they hadn't had many weaknesses, so we're just going to go in there and try to be physical and play good football and take what they give us, so we'll see what happens.
Now, looking at your team, both sides of the field, who are the key players that stand out that make the big plays for you?
You'll probably need to look at offensively, quarterback Rio Johnson, wide receiver Braxton Lane. Got a sophomore tailback that had 180 yards last week against Hart, Rajon Neal. Then defensively, Matt Solomon, Zach Hilton, 2 linebackers, and Jeremy Holder, defensive end. They're all really good football players.
Has it been a good week in practice for you?
Had a really good week. It was a lot of fun to get practice on Thanksgiving, so we're looking forward tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck in your game.
Thank you.
We go back up to you guys.
All right, Gina, thank you very much. As we said, the Patriots 7-4 overall. They came out of the region at 5-2, so this is one of those teams that came in with an upset of Hart County, and, of course, North Hall scrimmaged Hart County in the preseason, and Coach Christmas says, we didn't look very good against them in time. So,
well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They've come a long way, and they just. I look for another solid outing from North Hall. They're ready to play. Thanksgiving didn't interrupt them a little bit. Maybe the turkey, the rest of us ate a little too much, but I think they're going to be fine, ready to go tonight.
Well, let's see what Coach Bob Christmas has to say with Gina Gailey.
We're here again at North Hall. Coach Bob Christmas coming off a big first-round win, going into the second round. Has practice been good for you this week?
Yeah, we've actually had a real good practice, Gina. We weren't real pleased with our performance last week. Thought we played a good first half. We thought the third quarter we just kind of slopped around a little bit, weren't real sharp. And I thought this week we kind of got it back and realized that we got to work all the time. And so I feel good going into the game.
Sandy Creek coming off a big win for them, I know. Passing game is big for them?
About 50% of the time, but they're very good running the football also. They play sound defense. By far, I think they're the best football team we've played this year.
What do you think is going to be your strong suit tonight?
Just doing what we do. Running the football well, being able to play action a little bit, swarming on defense, not giving up the big play. I think that's going to be key for us.
I know the boys are ready for this second-round victory.
Yeah, they really are. I tell you, I think that, I've been at this point in seasons before where the players were just kind of tired, and I don't sense that at all out of them this year. They seem to really be excited about playing as long as we can play.
And another home field advantage for you tonight. I know that's big, and if you win and continue, you'll have another home field advantage, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is big. Our kids love playing here. We've got a tremendous atmosphere and a great community, so it's big for us.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck. We hope you get a win.
Thank you, Gina.
Back up to you guys.
Okay, there's the coaches, and of course we're looking forward to a strong playoff action tonight from the Trojans once again, but it also, this week, has been a roller coaster of emotions here at North Hall. A lot of mixed emotions this week as North Hall enters the second round of the football playoffs. Certainly they're happy to be playing for the chance to advance to the Dome and beyond. But there are also many heavy hearts on hand as the Trojans collectively mourn the loss of a former player, David Christopher Wilsden Jr., who was killed on Wednesday, November 21st in a motorcycle accident. Coach Bob Christmas tells us that Chris's hard-nosed style of play epitomizes North Hall football. And when you think of Chris and North Hall football, you always go back to that Gainesville game in 2004 when they shut out the Red Elephants 28-0. Chris scored 3 touchdowns and rushed for 103 yards to lead North Hall over then number 5 ranked Gainesville, snapping a 23-game region winning streak for the Elephants.
Hand off to Wilson, straight up the middle, in the end zone, untouched, touchdown for the North Hall Trojans, 2:29 to go, and it's 27-0.
Chris Wilson, 3 touchdowns on the game.
Chris was all-area in 2004. That's the season before he graduated in 2005, rushing for 893 yards and 14 touchdowns for a team that went 12-1. He was also a fine wrestler, qualifying for the state tournament 3 times. A good athlete and a good guy. Our thoughts and prayers are with Chris's family and friends. Just a moment, we get back to the business of football. Tonight, it's North Hall, undefeated, trying to stay undefeated all the way to the Dome and beyond. We're back with the starting lineups and the kickoff in just a moment. You're watching the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Located just north of Gainesville in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains stands North Hall High School. The school has been a pillar in Northeast Georgia for the past half-century and a leader in the academic community. North Hall has stood tall among local schools by consistently being a leader in SAT, ACT, and Georgia high school graduation test scores. The academic successes of North Hall are evidenced by a visit from the state school superintendent Kathy Cox in 2006. Initiatives designed to enhance the outstanding educational experience our students receive include the Renaissance program, which highlights and rewards students for their academic achievements. This program has brought North Hall local, state, and national recognition. North Hall is also in the application process of becoming an international baccalaureate school, which will also raise the level and rigor of academics at the high school. This year, North Hall celebrated its 50th year of service to our community and looks forward to greater accomplishments in the future.
We're here in the stands at North Hall talking to Athletic Director Harold Daniels here. It's a big night tonight for football.
Isn't it though? This is the second round playoff game for us, playing Sandy Creek. I think they're about 8-2 or 8-3, somewhere in there. Should be a strong football game. We ought to, I think, play well. We have had a tragedy this week when one of our former players got killed in an accident. We're going to pay tribute to him tonight. But our kids should be up to the task tonight and be ready to play this week.
Well, one thing we know about North Hall fans is they're strong and they always stand by their players and their teams.
This is a good North Hall family. This community is just outgoing all the time. We stand behind one another. Even our former players, they come back to the stadium a lot and see our games, and we always welcome them when they come back. And that's why we want to pay tribute tonight to Chris.
Now, football's not the only thing you have going on here. Basketball's already started, right?
Basketball started. We're going to Pickens County Tuesday night over there, start their season. Next Friday, we're supposed to play West Hall here. It's going to know what happens tonight this game. If we win tonight, then we'll probably have to postpone that game to Saturday night. But volleyball was strong this year. They won the region again, went to the state playoffs. Softball had a winning record. They were real young, had a lot of 8th grade kids on JV, so they're looking strong coming up. Cross country girls finished, I believe, about 7th or so in the state. and the boys finished about 11th. So.
Now, the boys basketball team, are they still waiting on some players to finish up football season?
Yes, they are. They're waiting on a few to come out. I know Andrew Peck's one of them. Robert Humphreys is one. I know those two were on the team last year that provided a lot of support and play for the basketball team. So, but they're going to be a strong team to start with, a lot of hustle. It's going to. We don't have a lot of height, but we're going to be a fast team and quick team, so that'll be fun to watch.
All right, well, we'll look forward to basketball season, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're here with the president of the Touchdown Club, Jim Wilhoit. Thanks for being with us tonight. It's a big night for you guys.
It's very big, very big. We want to continue on a couple more nights, that's for sure.
Now, tell us exactly what is the Touchdown Club?
It's just a non-profit organization. It's made up of the parents and supporters of the North Hall football program. They support through time and money.
Now, what was your preparations for tonight?
Well, nice thing about what we have here, we have about 16 different committees, from the field painting committee to pre-game meals to post-game meals to just everything under the sun. And each week, each committee does their thing, and it just works like clockwork. That's what's been great about it.
Now, we're standing here right now. This is a fairly new facility, correct?
Yes, it's about 2.5 years old.
And was this a fundraiser to get this building put up?
Yes, the county gave us $500,000, and we raised about $900,000 to complete the building. It's about 18,000 square feet.
Okay. All right, well, thank you. We wish you luck tonight. All right, we're here in the stands at North Hall with some former alumni. Jason Longans, Jeremy Dell, former players. What year was it that you graduated?
95.
97. Now, how was the team back then compared to this team?
There's no comparison. This team, since Coach Christmas came on, and it's totally different. I mean, 8, 9, 10 win seasons. We were 4 to 5 wins. So it's totally different. Good atmosphere for everybody.
Welcome to the Brickyard.
Now, you're just supporting. You got family or friends?
I'm here to support. I played back in '97, and we had my 4-year career playing football. We had 10 wins total. They do that in a year now, and it's pretty exciting.
It's always good, you know. Growing up, my family went to North Hall. We wasn't that successful now, and see all this, see all the people out. It's just awesome. Go Trojans. That's all I got to say.
All right, you plan to stay out for a quarter and fight this cold?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Again, we're here in North Hall stands with the #1 fans.
That's right.
As you can see, they are still alive and well from last week. A little bit colder this week. Let's see, what is the prediction?
We're thinking 35-21 this week, you know, but we're still ready for Carver Columbus. We still want them in the state championship.
Absolutely.
That's our main goal.
Sandy Creek tonight had a great win against Hart County last week.
They did, Gina. They're a fantastic team. You know, they've got a great quarterback, a good receiver, and you know they're just an all-around good team. But they're no match for North Hall. I mean, I think we're gonna pull it out. You mark my words. Big win right here.
I know, big triple threat with the Hunter boys and of course Bobby Epps.
I just can't believe our running backs. I mean, a few years ago we had TJ. TJ plays at Memphis now, but I mean, I can't believe. I don't think either of them are quite as good, have the raw talent that he has, but with all three of them together, we're unstoppable.
Absolutely.
Another home field advantage for you guys. The stands are still packed.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
great.
You give them. Yeah, I'm not good on local speeches, but yeah, it looks pretty packed. I mean, we got the home field advantage, and we keep the home field advantage, so that's great.
All right, let's give one last hooray.
Did you see the little gamut that they've got there, and the North Hall Trojans coming into the picture, Dick?
And
the people we've seen before.
And you're getting a look at him. Number 53, Jackson Griffith, one of the defensive linemen. Number 50, Chase Halsey, a senior lineman. Also Fabian Jackson, number 11, and number 37, Bobby Epps. Those are the captains for North Hall tonight.
And across the field, we will see the captains from the Patriots of Sandy Creek.
Still looking at the Trojans as they go out. Across the way, Jordan Griffin, a senior defensive back, is one of the captains. He's number 1. Jeremy Holt, also a defensive back. is number 13, and number 14 as we go left to right. That's Zach Hilton, and number 55, Chris Spalding, as they meet at midfield for the toss of the coin. Two coaches are ready. Both seem really fairly relaxed. Gary, just happy to be here. It's a great time to be playing football if you're a coach.
Great time of year. Great time of year.
The referee talking to them, Richard Garner. The umpire tonight is Tim Clark. Tony Brown is the back judge. The linesman, Jack Henderson. Larry Highball is the line judge. Field judge Quentin Traylor. And the electric clock operator tonight, T.C. Candice.
See North Hall in the green with the white trim. The Patriots all in white tonight with the red trim. Shouldn't be hard to keep these folks apart.
As they're taking a lot of time to explain the toss of the coin.
Well, here we go. About to see it now.
That's what heads looks like. And they're going to toss it up. North Hall's won the toss, it looks like. Nope, let's see. We're going to talk to Sandy Creek, so Sandy Creek won it.
See if they want the ball, as a lot of people do now, and do not defer their choice to the second half. We've seen that.
No, North Hall won the toss. Yeah.
North Hall got it, and they want the ball, like they said. Yep. See a shot of the crowd across the way there from the Patriots of Sandy Creek. How about that starting lineup, Dick?
Well, let's take a look at it. Number 11, the quarterback, Fabian Jackson. He is having a great year. He's rushed for 12 touchdowns. He's passed for 13. The fullback, number 37, Bobby Epps, one of the captains. 845 yards, 8.4 yards per carry. He scored 18 touchdowns. Halfback, Hunter Wolf, number 3. And the twin brother, Dylan, is the Z back or the wing. The tight end, number 86, Courtney Allen. The right tackle is Colin Alford, number 59, a senior. The right guard, Alex Tosic, number 77, also a senior, a sophomore. Daniel Blitch is starting at center. The left guard is Matt Haynes, number 52, a junior. Left tackle, Seth Hewell, he's number 78, a senior. And the split end, Bo DeHaas, number 1, a junior. That's a starting lineup on offense for North Hall. They'll be looking defensively at Sandy Creek at number 13, Jeremy Holt, defensive end. Number 92, the noseman, James Hervey. Defensive tackle is number 80, Jonathan Smith. The rush end, number 84, Brandon Putnam. The weak side linebacker, Zach Hilton. The strong side is Jordan Littlepage. As you see the Trojans take the field. Cornerback number 3, Josh Holt. He's a 5'10", 165-pound senior. Strong safety, Russell Bonner, 6'2", junior. Middle linebacker number 45, Matt Solomon. He's 6 feet, 195-pound junior. Free safety, Isaiah Johnson, a 165-pound sophomore. And a cornerback, Jordan Griffin, number 1, 165-pound senior. That's the starting lineups as they'll take the field. North Hall going to be going from our right to our left. Again, all dressed in green. Bob Christmas out talking with his charges. You see the bench there on screen for North Hall.
And across the way, the Patriots are all huddled together as a team. Get some last-minute instructions from their coach, Chip Walker. Been there at Sandy Creek for 9 years, head coach for 3.
And that's Bob Christmas. A little bit of an intense look on Bob's face right now as you get ready for all the marbles here.
Looks like, yeah.
Crowd on its feet, fired up, just about ready for the kickoff.
The Haas and the Wolf brothers are deep for the Trojans. 2 is Dylan Wolf and 3 is his brother Hunter. Twin brothers look a whole lot alike.
Chip Walker has gone 7-4 the last 3 years at Sandy Creek. That's 21 victories. He's only 250 behind his daddy, which has 271. So he's got a while to go to catch the old man.
They're familiar to Hall County. They lost to Flowery Branch last year in the playoffs. So this team made the trip to Hall County before.
Senior kicker is number 99, Harry Lee, who's got it teed up at the 40, and we're just about ready for some playoff football here at the Brickyard.
And they got a lot of speed. They're the defending state champions in track, so they got some greyhounds on that Patriot team.
Particularly their wide receiver.
And Braxton Lane runs a 4.3, 40-yard dash.
Referee about to give them the go-ahead just a moment. Crowd on its feet. Winner here will play the winner of Perry and Worth County. And he kicks it across the way. And a fair catch is called for and received by Hunter Wolf at the 29.5. And that's where they'll put it in play.
Well, that was a high end-over-end kick and very short, and very wisely the fair catch called for by Wolf.
And with all of that speed, Dick, you kind of got to wonder, will they try to run up under that? Free ball?
Yeah, but you get to fair catch it, so if they run into you, that would be a penalty.
A little confusion on the part of North Hall right off the bat. And we're going to have to call a timeout. Boy, Bob Christmas is not going to like that. They had the wrong formation out, the wrong personnel out on the field.
Well, they were going to start. It looked like DeHaas, and then Matt McMillan, who's wearing number 87 tonight, because
that's
the tribute to Chris Wilsden, helped lead the Trojans to their first region championship back in 2004. His brother Cody wanted to wear his old number 6 tonight, and normally Matt McMillan wears number 6, but he opted for 87 tonight.
The one you kind of wonder how they didn't know how they were going to start the game out and have the first 11 out after a fair catch on the opening kickoff. That could be a sign of jitters there.
They're normally out of a 4-4, but they had almost 6 on the line as Fabian Jackson rolls to his right to throw. Got a man wide open, racing down the sidelines and finally corralled. He hit Andrew Peck. All the way down to inside of the 15.
Andrew.
55-plus yards to Peck. Watch this.
They're calling it
what
back.
A pass. And they're going to call it back. There is the flag. You can hardly see it on the sort of yellow field right there at the 36-yard line.
I didn't see him do anything.
I didn't see him. That's 6 yards down the line of scrimmage, and it'd be an illegal receiver downfield.
Andrew Tolles had corralled Peck way downfield, number 21, but now they bring it all the way back. And it becomes 1st and 15 at the 24.5.
So 2 mistakes already by North Hall here in the first 13 seconds of the game.
They give it to Epps.
No, Fabian kept it.
Nope.
He faked it and gave it to him. Slipped off the left side, Gary, with it.
You're right. You're right. I thought they'd given it to the bruising fullback, but Fabian keeps it. Picks up maybe 3, 2nd and 12.
As you get a look at Fabian there, that's a quick-looking defense for Sandy Creek.
We say they based it out of a 4-3. I say 4-4 earlier, actually a 4-3, but they made it look like a 6 a little while ago.
Good size across the front at 240, 280, 245. Jeremy Holt's only 185, but he's 6'4".
Give it to Wolf. Finds a seam. He's going to be tripped up as he goes through the line. He stumbles close to the first down yardage after he is tripped up.
Andrew Tolles, number 21, who got the start tonight. He actually got the start for Isaiah Johnson, and he makes the tackle, bringing up a 3rd and about 2, Gary.
Yeah, Tolles in there. Double wing and a single back, and the single back is Epps. And Epps gets it, and he's going to be smacked. Does not get the first down. He is hit hard.
Number 14, Zach Hilton, the weak side linebacker.
Yeah, another penalty.
A chop block going to be called on North Hall, so yet another mistake here on the opening drive. Not a good start for the Trojans. They're going to back them up.
They're going to give them another shot at the third down. It's going to be third and about 21. Line of scrimmage right at the 22. DeHaas comes in. By the way, that linebacker, the linebackers Hilton and Solomon are really pretty good. They're fast and they're strong. Wolf and Epps in the backfield. Fabian Jackson is the quarterback. Basically the 4-3 look on the defense. Jackson to throw, rolls, looks, scrambles, picks up a block, picks up another block. But he's going to be tackled well shy of the first down. He's going to get 11, 12 yards. But Josh Holt, the cornerback, and a couple of the other white-shirted Patriots are going to knock him down about 8 yards shy of the first down.
When he came back, reversed his field and came back here, you're going to see that the rush in, number 84, stayed at home over there, and pretty good pursuit. Sort of played the role of a safety in making the tackle coming up there.
Dunn is back to punt to Braxton Lane, the speedy receiver. High kick. Fair catch going to be called for by Braxton Lane at the 34.
Beautiful kick.
33 yards, no return.
But really high and gave his coverage plenty of time to get down to it.
So, Patriots take over on offense. There's lining up across the front. The tackles are John Holman, number 79, 6'2", 270-pound sophomore. Christian Zagawan, he's a 225-pound junior. Zagawu is actually, I should say that. Rahonen is a split guard, number 67, the center, Zach Vale, and the tight guard, Chris Spalding.
They jump back into the eye. Alex Green had lined up in the as a wing back and jumped back there into the eye. The speedy receiver, the guy with a 4.3, 140 speed, Braxton
And there's
Lane.
a flag down, Gary.
There's another flag.
Receiver Mark Ellis, number 8. Josh Williams is, actually, Rajon Neal, number 25, will be the starting tailback. Fullback Justin Sneed. Quarterback Rio Johnson, 6'2", 180-pounder. And the Z receiver Braxton Lane.
Well, somebody didn't have the mouthpiece or helmet buckles or something, another equipment violation.
Backs him up to 1st and 15, and the line of scrimmage will be the 29.
Well, we've seen some unusual calls in the first 2 minutes and 48 seconds of this game.
Lane
you don't normally see them.
Lane will go wide to the right. Rajon Neal, and now they put the I formation in. Green, the fullback, and Neal, the tail. And the give is to Neal. Left side of the line, and not much there.
Number 76, one of them making the stop. He's not really listed as a starter for North Hall, but that'd be Austin Wilson.
He's a kind of a co-starter, one of those guys that gets a lot of action.
He's going to play anytime they think they need him in there, and that's a lot. So
he got a yard.
Fabian Jackson, the free safety. Right corner is Graham Duncan, number 16. Number 1, the left corner, Bo DeHaas. Strong safety, number 2, Dylan Wolf. And the weak safety, Hunter Wolf.
To throw, and he had it and dropped it.
Well, he had somebody wide open over there.
Rio Johnson just straightened up and threw it right across. You see him there, number 85, Akeem Ferguson.
Possession play. Let's finish up looking at the defense. Blayton Nagy, number 25, linebacker. Colin Alford as a defensive end. Thomas Sprague, a linebacker. Tackles are Tosic and Hewell, and Jackson Griffith, the defensive end.
Swap people around from left to right. Neal, the lone back. Rio Johnson to throw. And they grab him and sack him. Colin Alford was in on it. Jackson Griffith was in on it.
Seth Hewell, number 78, coming off. Let's if we can take a look at it and see who's the first to hit him there. Good pressure coming in off the side, and the first one to grab him back there looked like it was Jackson Griffith.
He's awfully active. He came into this one with a lot of tackles. 120. 7 sacks. High snap and a low punt by Russell Bonner, but now it's going to hit and take a roll. And it's going to roll dead at the 20.
50-yard punt. on the line drive. No return, so the Trojans get their second possession at the 20-yard line.
And we will see if they have any more success running it this time.
Well, the penalty stopped them last time, Gary.
All right, they got McMillan split out wide to the right, but they just go straight up the middle here.
And
not a whole
Bobby
lot there either.
Epps. But he's coming up with about 5 yards because he just moved that pile, Gary.
He
just
does. Well, I tell you, you know, you think he's not got anything. James Hervey, the nose tackle, power cleans about 300, benches about 300, and one of those at the bottom of the pile, and all of a sudden you look up and Bobby Epps got 5 yards for you.
That's 850 yards on the season for Bobby.
Little cross buck there, and that is Dylan Wolf, who spins. He's going to pick up a yard or two, and that's about it. This Patriot defense is awfully quick.
And a man firing through, number 45, the middle linebacker, Matt Solomon, a 6 foot, 195-pound junior, came through to disrupt the play. Nevertheless, Wolf, who should have been tackled for a loss, as you see there, spins out of that tackle, and there's getting another 2 yards, 3, 4, and 5. So bringing up a 3rd and 1 on a play that should have lost 2, he picks up 4.
3rd and 1 at the 29. DeHaas will go wide to the right. Fabian Jackson under center. Hands off to Wolf. He's going to be rolled down by Brandon Putnam to rush in, but he got the first down. So the Trojans are moving the chains now.
Isaiah Johnson, also the free safety, having to come up and help out on that play.
Got about 6.
See a good seam opened up. Looked like a good block by number 77 for North Hall. That's the right guard, Alex Tosic.
Line of scrimmage is a 34.5. Split backfield. 5 guys on the line now on the defense. And Bobby Epps rolls through the middle once again. And number 14, Zach Hilton, one of the stronger guys on the field. One of the outside linebackers came in with 81 tackles on this one.
James Hervey looked like he might have got a hand on his ankle, but again, Epps with another 5-yard gain, picking up 2nd and 5. He'll take 5 yards on first down.
Graham Duncan splits out wide to the left.
Take 5 on every play.
2nd and 5 at the 40. Hands to Hunter Wolf. Wolf turns the corner and again going to be ridden down from behind by Zach Hilton, who's been in on about every tackle so far tonight. 45, Matt Solomon also. Well,
picked up a first down.
Coach Walker told me his linebackers are pretty good, and they are. But North Hall is moving the chains.
Solomon has 113 tackles on the year, 67 of them solo. He's their leading tackler. 1 sack, 4 tackles for a loss.
Got 6 and a first down. Line of scrimmage is the 46. North Hall moving from right to left, all in green. Patriots in white.
Boy, Jackson, stood up.
He did. He faked and then got smacked.
And it looked like Solomon again, who
I think it was
45.
Jordan Littlepage, one of the outside linebackers, came in too. He got a yard, 2nd and 9. Line of scrimmage now is the 47.
Solomon only a junior. He's a 6 foot, 195-pounder.
No score here in the first quarter. Gary Glenn along with William Hamilton, Dick Hort, coming to you from the Brickyard. 2nd round of the AAA playoffs. North Hall comes into this one at 11-0. Boy, look at them load up the line here.
And a flag. Whistle before the play.
They're going to call the penalty for the wing back. I mean, they ran this formation all year long. They're going to say the wing back was in the line of scrimmage, I think. This will be an illegal procedure call.
Andrew Tolles.
Nope.
Wrestled him.
Called it
But it's going to be
offside.
offside, so it's going to be 2nd and 14.
Don't see offensive offsides that much, do you?
No, you don't. Backfield. again, we're a ways away from it, and ultimately our opinion doesn't matter at all. 2nd and 14 at the 42. Split backfield. And they go from one Wolf to the other, and they just came in and grabbed him.
Boy, number 80 smacked him pretty good.
And Tolles and Smith, Jonathan Smith and Tolles just sort of sandwiched him. Boy, 80 is a load. Look at him. 280, 6-foot defensive tackle.
Now, they've had a lot of players. Sandy Creek, located in the northern part of Fayetteville, down in Fayette County, opened in 1991. And they've had some pretty good football players coming out of there in the last 15 years. Kedrick Golston, who plays with the Redskins, J.R. Lemon with the Raiders, Jabari Holloway, and a skinny wide receiver named Calvin Johnson.
I was about to say Calvin Johnson, one of the latest ones to come out of there. 3rd and 13 as Wolf goes in motion. Fake to Epps. Jackson to throw. Looks. Scrambles. He's going to be tripped up. He was tripped up by Jeremy Holt, the defensive end, and he fell forward, but it's going to have to punt it away again.
He had a man way open downfield, but he never could find the time to get it to him. That was number 87, who was headed toward the end zone. That's Matt McMillan.
4th and 13. Dunn stands at the 29. Line of scrimmage is the 43. Good snap. High punt. Braxton Lane retreats, and it's going to take a Trojan bounce. It's going to roll and roll and roll and roll dead at about the 17.
About a 40-yard punt.
41-yard punt, depending on where they spot it. No return. Spotted at the 17. Maybe a shade beyond it. Getting a little late in the quarter now. No score.
Sandy Creek with its second possession. They went 3 and out first time. And tried 2 passes on that first possession. One was a sack.
They're in the eye. They started in the eye, and then they go to the single back. And they hand off to him. That's Neal. And Wolf holds him up, and the rest of the Trojans finish him off.
Thomas Spray came up to help out, but again, Hunter Wolf getting back into the backfield for a tackle for loss, about a 4-yard loss there, Gary.
Now watch this on the replay. Here's Neal, pretty speedy guy. Jackson Griffith in pursuit. And here come the Wolf brothers. There's Hunter.
Yeah.
There's Dillon.
Both of them. He can't get out of that Wolf pack.
I was going to say that.
Somebody had to. Now they go back to the eye. Put Green in at the fullback. Put a man in motion. That's Lane, Braxton Lane. And to Neal, who is just upended as he goes through the line of scrimmage. Somebody submarined on the bottom. I think that was Dylan Wolf.
Well, number 76 was the one that came up. Austin Wilson submarining under. I think you'll see him there. Yep.
There's Wolf also there as well.
Well, so far, Sandy Creek hadn't gained a yard. It's 3rd and 10. The first possession, they didn't pick up any yardage, had an incomplete pass and a couple of no-gainers, a little sack and a run.
Last 3rd down passing situation, you had a sack.
3rd and 10. Rio Johnson to throw it out of the reach. He was wide open, and he just sailed it on him. Tried to hit 88 Davis. And it brings up 4th and 10, so we should see the punter, Russell Bonner.
And this may seem like a little insignificant thing, a minute point, but you don't want that punt to get over your head this time and let it pick up another 20 yards. This is a field position battle right here, and yeah, he's counting the yard lines there as he goes back.
The lone man's going to be Fabian Jackson. He is the deepest, and he stands at around
He's 40 yards. He's 43 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's easier to come up on a ball than go back on it. And
well, they came after the punter. Got a wobbly one away. Now Jackson's going to have to
force it grab that ball. You got to catch that. You got to just fall on it and stop it.
They kicked it a little bit. They kicked it, tried to kick it forward a little bit, but they kicked it, first touched it at about the 27-28.
That's giving up 15 more yards.
That's a 55-yard punt after a 50-yard first punt.
A lot of it on the roll both times.
Right.
But hey,
you got to stop that roll.
Just as good as on the fly.
That's right.
I stopped a few rolls yesterday along with some dressing and turkey and cranberry sauce.
I must say I indulged a little bit in that myself. At the 27. North Hall puts it in play. Epps and Wolf in the backfield.
There's a difference in putting it in play at the 27 and at the 40.
They hand off to Hunter Wolf. Turning the corner, tries to stiff arm, and he's just going to be run out of bounds. Josh Holt, the cornerback. And also number 24, Russell Bonner, back there giving pursuit along with 45 Matt Sullivan. Boy, they are fast.
You got some quickness out there. Well, they really are. But I'm going to tell you what, Hunter Wolf almost got to that corner regardless, just outrunning those guys. So
picked up 3. Well, Williams already said they've won the state track meet, so you know that they've got some speed. 2nd and 7 at the 30. And you see Wolf getting chased out of bounds by all those guys. Zach Hilton also number 14 there for the Patriots. And they hand off to Bobby Epps, trying to follow the block of Tosic. Number 45, Solomon, with the initial hit, the middle linebacker, 6 foot, 195-pound junior, came into this one. I believe, Dick, he was the leading tackler on the team, 113 tackles.
That's the one, yep. 113, 4
came in
for
with
loss.
113. He's
probably got about 118 now. He's at least.
Closing seconds of the first quarter here. 3rd down and 5, kind of a big play. They got Haas out wide to the right. McMillan widest to the left. Got a slot out there too. And Jackson tried to sneak for it and ran into his own guy, and then they just sort of stuffed him back in there. As the quarter comes to an end, Matt Solomon hit him along with number 80, Jonathan Smith.
He must have saw something. Surely he didn't have that play called. Quarterback sneak on 3rd and 5.
He thought he saw something, a gap, but then it just kind of went south a little bit on him there.
They had 3 guys hit him.
Going to bring up 4th and 3 when the quarter exchange is over. We'll take this break. We're back in a moment. 0-0 on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Time tends to change things, and over the past 50 years, North Hall High School has seen many. The majority of the changes have taken place since 2001. New construction on the campus includes an indoor pitching and hitting facility for baseball. The field is also one of the nicest in the state, as it was named GACA Georgia Dugout Club Field of the Year in 2004. The softball team also enjoys the luxury of an indoor facility for hitting and pitching. The building also houses a state-of-the-art pitching machine, which very few teams in the country have access to. The most notable changes at North Hall have occurred in the football stadium. A new 18,000 square foot athletic complex was constructed to house the football team, as well as several other athletic teams. The complex is home to a 5,000 square foot weight room where student athletes can take classes to improve their size, strength, speed, and agility. The stadium was also bricked in 2002, then formally named the Brickyard. The Brickyard is a major part of the North Hall community and has some of the greatest Friday night atmosphere in the state. Facilities are only buildings, but it is these buildings, along with great coaches, committed athletes, and a supportive community that have helped form North Hall athletics into a state contender in all sports.
Gary Glenn along with Dick Horde here. William Howington over on the other side over there keeping stats. Dick, this is unusual territory for North Hall after a scoreless first quarter.
Yeah, this is going to be a field position battle, and the kicking game is going to come into play here, and as North Hall looking like they're going to go for it rather than kick it.
4th and 3.
And forcing a timeout by Sandy Creek when they come out expecting to see the kicking team out there, and it turns out to be, they're going for it.
What might be happening here is Fabian Jackson changing the cadence a little bit, see if he can get them to jump, and then we might see a North Hall timeout.
That's right.
Surely
North Hall's already used one. Hey, you're in the first play of the second quarter. It's a long game yet, and you're
a long
playing
3.5.
Yeah, and you're playing a very quick defense. You don't go for 4th and 3 unless you know you can make it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're going to try to probably draw them off sides. Surely to goodness they won't go for it. I mean, they've been able to help. Sandy Creek has no yardage so far.
Well, that's a consideration. You think maybe your offense could get it, but they've been tough on short yardage situations. I'm talking about the Patriots now. Split backfield, and look at them load up the line. They put a man in motion. There you go. That's exactly what they tried to do. And I think that's what the Patriots told their people. They called the timeout and said, don't jump. Don't jump. So
there's no way these folks are going on it on 4th and 3 at their own 34-yard line. Don't jump.
Well, with that timeout, we'll go with them. We're just about to start the second quarter. It's still scoreless. North Hall, Sandy Creek, second round of the AAA playoffs on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Hello, I'm Ron Quinn, president of Peach State Bank and Trust. Whether your financial needs are internet banking, bill pay services, cash management, mortgages, or remote deposit capture, we have the products and service and experienced staff to meet your needs. Free personal and business checking, free worldwide ATM network, and the list goes on. Stop by and see us at 325 Washington Street in downtown Gainesville. Peach State Bank and Trust, because service matters. Let's go Trojans!
You see North Hall hustling back out there, and now let's see if they're going to try to do maybe a quick kick or something.
They don't have a kicker.
Where's the kicker?
Where's the kicker?
Done just now getting on the field.
Well, they better put him back in there in a hurry.
They've already used up 2 timeouts.
Yep.
Now they just set the ball ready to play. They got plenty of time.
High kick. And it's going to take a bounce backwards and then sideways to the 34, from the 34 to the 34. I can do that. That's a 32-yard punt, no return.
No points on the board in the first quarter for North Hall, and when you look at these scores in the last few weeks, they were held to 41 by McNair in the playoffs last week.
Who also scored 20 against them.
Yeah, 53 they got against Chestatee, 73 against East Hall, 56 against Lumpkin County, 68 against Gilmer County, 49 against White County. So it's a little bit, you expect something on the board. But they made a lot of mistakes in that first quarter, and the good news is it's a tie game for North Hall.
Sandy Creek to the fullback Green, who's bowling over people until Jackson Griffith drags him down inside the 40. Man, he's a load.
Justin Sneed.
Now look at him come through the line here. Number 31, Green.
Oh,
big
it's
fullback,
Green,
Alex Green, 6 foot, 240-pound junior. Jackson Griffith. He runs over one man there. Jackson Griffith. 26 yards just inside the 40. Now Green goes back over there and jumps into like he's playing a tight end. Rio Johnson to throw. Got a man open. Breaks it up. Good defense down there.
He may have been out of bounds anyway, but
good looking pass by Graham Duncan.
Well, there's a little pushing down there. Obviously, the Trojan fans want a little offensive interference.
And Rio got decked by somebody right as he released the ball. We didn't see it on camera, but he got hit.
There's a little shove off right there.
Yeah, he may have stepped out of bounds anyway.
Tried to hit Davis. Graham Duncan had him shadowed pretty well. 2nd and 10 now. And then somebody put a hand on that. I think
Batted
Jackson
down,
Griffith.
number 53.
Is that Griffith? Yep.
Yep.
Jackson Griffith bats it down, so it brings up 3rd and 10 after the long run. Just inside the 40.
Well, they said they were going to throw it.
There you
so
go.
Far, they've tried to throw it about 6 times. They've been sacked and 4 incompletions so far.
3rd and 10 at the 39.5. Davis goes wide to the right. Got another man widest to the left. Patrick Alexander, single back. Rio Johnson, the quarterback, to throw. Looks. Throws it over there and throws it over his head. He tried to hit that man, Alexander, that had lined up over there. Brings up 4th down. Duncan again on the coverage over there. Brings up 4th and 10. Patrick, try to punt him in a hole here.
One would think Patrick Alexander, the intended receiver, but as you see, that was not a catchable ball.
He had time to throw it. It just sailed on him.
Yeah, good protection that time. Ball at the 39.
Picked up half a yard on the incompleted pass.
How about that?
Yeah, it's dead even on the 39 now.
In punt formation, North Hall looking to the sidelines. Do we get anybody back? Yeah, now Fabian Jackson going to go back, and they're going to look to throw it. And there's nothing
slaps
there.
it away. Intended for Braxton Lane. They line up in punt formation. And
Ronnie Bell, who is a backup quarterback, number 18, tried to.
They should have known that because that wasn't a regular punter. The regular punter is Russell Bonner.
Great play by DeHaas. He just slapped it away. There you see number 1. He put a hand out there and just knocked it down.
That the receiver was falling. Even if he caught it, it would have been short of a first down, but good defensive play.
They lost
and good
another
field
yard
position.
on the exchange.
Yeah,
Dead even on the 39 now, no question about it. And there's Bobby Epps still trying to struggle for yardage, but
4 men hit him right there.
And at the bottom of it was that big number 80, Jonathan Smith, that 280-pound senior.
James Hervey, number 92, also in on the play for Sandy Creek.
Hervey, the nose guard or nose tackle or nose man. Anyway, he's a 240-pound 6'2 guy, one of the strongest guys on the team. Hard to move him out, Dick. He benches about 3, power cleans about 3. Plus, he's got good size.
Plus, he's 240
pounds. Exactly. Double wing. Epps is the lone back. DeHaas is widest to the right. Now Wolf goes in motion and whistles fly. Or whistles blow and flags fly.
Well, I think that's illegal procedure on North Hall. I believe Dillon might have moved a hair early.
Been just a tad ragged here in the first half on both sides, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Good defense, though, and the defense may have something to do with that.
Very, very quick defensive team here. Right, but the penalties is what disturbs you a little bit about North Hall, and that's some of these mistakes.
Well, they've got the ball spotted. It's supposed to be 2nd and 15, but it's 2nd and 16. Fabian Jackson to throw, complete to Wolf. Smacked immediately by Jordan Griffin. I mean, he was right there on him.
Got about 3 yards, and that's all.
3, 4 maybe. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage is going to be just beyond the 37.
Well, you can kind of see that Sandy Creek is saying we want North Hall to have to put it in the air.
DeHaas wide to the left. Dylan Wolf is the wing back. Hunter and Bobby Epps in the backfield. They give to Hunter.
Got a lane.
Turns the corner.
And a man caught him from behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Just came in and scooped his shoes out from under him. And that's going to be that number 45, Matt Solomon, the middle linebacker.
Wow.
Well, I'm telling you, they are fast.
My goodness, he had a lane, and it looked like, my goodness, he's going to go for 20 yards. And here you see it right there. He's turning the corner. Then here comes this guy down the line and just gets his hands on him. There's nobody else in the picture.
4th and 3. Line of scrimmage is the 42. Dunn to kick.
Timeout, Sandy Creek.
Sandy Creek wasn't ready for that. They put Lane back deep. So with that timeout, we'll go with them. 4th and 3 here. Back in a moment, the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Since 2001, North Hall High School's athletic program has made tremendous improvements. The 2006-2007 school year proved to be the best in the school's 50-year history. Last year, North Hall Sports boasted 8 region champions and the school's first ever team state championship. This school year looks to be another exciting year in athletics, with 2 region champs crowned in the fall season and the winter and spring sports yet to be played. The Trojans enjoy outstanding community and school support and look forward to greater success in the future.
North Hall rushing in from the sidelines there. They line up in punt formation. Now they've got Duncan split wide to the left. Now they look like they're going to go for it. They line up in punt formation, and the crowd.
Now they're going to let Sandy
another
Creek
timeout
again.
Oh, we're going to keep it here for this one. So.
Well, they forced another timeout. That's it for Sandy Creek. So
now you see Coach Walker and his brain trust.
We just kind of had the idea they were going to come back out and look like they were going for it. This is a little different situation. It's a long 2, short 3, however you want to call it, but a little better field position. They've already shown they feel like they can stop this team on offense.
Well, I don't think Sandy Creek adjusted real well to that last formation of North Hall. Just a great defensive play by the linebacker to make the tackle on Wolf, or he'd have gone. And but you know they really shift to the wide side of the field, and they're not really looking like they're adjusting to the formation as much as they are to the field.
Now they're going to punt.
Maybe there's a little bit of gamesmanship here, kind of a little chess match here thing going on.
Well, they look like they're going to punt.
Well, that's right. Now remember, the up back is Hunter Wolf. Dunn booms a good one. Backs lane up to the 15. Gonna be corralled right there by the green shirts.
He isn't down yet.
38-yard punt and basically no return. Well, they're going to, no, I tell you what, they're going to give him a 2-yard return. Put it at the 18.
Back where he caught it originally.
Yeah, he caught it at about the 16. And they'll put it in play at the 18. So Sandy Creek with Rio Johnson at the helm. He's thrown for 1,601 yards coming into this one. Single back. Wideouts. Guns it. And he hits number 18 over there, Bell. Looks like going to pick up about 8. Wolf and DeHaas hit him.
He just stands up there at the line of scrimmage. Very quick pass out to the sideline.
Dylan Wolf hits him, and then DeHaas finishes him off right there. Got about 8.
It's their first completion.
Line of scrimmage just beyond the 26.
And that's
second
their
2.
That's their leading receiver too, Braxton Lane.
Green jumps back, and now they're in a power eye. They hand off to Rajon Neal, who's going to get the first down. Looks like Humphrey hit him, 42. Also, number 80, Weaver, might have been in on that one. But they got the first down. Picked up about 3.5. Just past the 31. First and 10, Patriots. Now they put Green, swap him from side to side, and then the eye. Again, they hand off to Neal, who's going to be held at the ankles by Humphrey, but he's going to pick up about 8 yards.
Pretty good run, and they're finding some room right up the middle of the line there.
Rajon Neal came into this game with 605 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns. Finds a little crack right here in the middle of the line. Picks up a good block there. There's Humphrey.
Humphrey had to come up and grab him around the ankles to make the stop.
2nd and 2 at the 39.
There's that big 31 moving to the fullback position. They give it to him again.
And he got the first down. He just crashed through the middle of the line and picked up about 3 yards. As they unpilot Weaver and Sprague to the 43. Now this is their first drive that they've made a little bit of noise here at the 43. 1st and 10.
Picked up 2 first downs on this drive, and that's only their 3rd one of the night.
They've done it on the ground.
Alexander goes wide to the right. They've got Hughes to the left, but they stay on the ground, and North Hall
Let go of him.
is equal to the task. Sprague and the rest. Also Wilson knock him backwards. Rajon Neal.
Like a little tailback trap in there that didn't block somebody, obviously.
Alford is in on it. Look at that. A lot of green shirts around that thing. Knocked him back for loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Now they'll split Lane and Hughes widest to the left, 2 more to the right. With all 4-man on the line, and Rio Johnson straightens up, throws it. Tackled by DeHaas. He completed it to Alexander.
Clock continues to move. He didn't get out of bounds. Nice, safe tackle for North Hall by DeHaas.
Picked up about 7.5. Here we go. There's Johnson. Guns it over there. And here comes DeHaas in the picture to make the hit on Alexander.
So
3rd and 2.
Another big play, Gary. 3rd down.
Ball's in North Hall territory at the 49 of the Trojans at 3rd and 2.
And just under 5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. There's that fullback shift.
And they hand off to Green. And North Hall kind of sniffed that one out because they'd loaded up the defensive line just a little bit. Jackson Griffith on the bottom of the pile. And
well, that's the 3rd straight play that they,
also
when they moved their number 31 back there, Green, they've run him.
Sprague and Humphrey, yeah, when they shift into it, is kind of looking. That brings up 4th down. Remember, no gain. 4th and 3, and now they drop Russell Bonner back in punt formation at the 49. They're going to try to punt him into a hole. Dylan Wolf is the lone man back for the Trojans. And they do punt it. It's high. Wolf is going to call for the fair catch at about the 15 and does. Got it. 34-yard punt, no return. And now the Trojans will have just a shade under 4 minutes to try to put some points on the board in a scoreless battle. If you like defense, you've seen it here. We've seen some tremendous licks and some tremendous speed.
Well, North Hall with 3:55 would like to get down the field here and get something on the board there, Gary, even if it's a field goal.
Sprague has come into the ball game on the offensive side of things. Split the backfield.
Well, they missing a man. Now they got that unbalanced line, don't they?
Epps tries to throw a block for Hunter Wolf. Jukes in the middle. Hunter breaks back toward the middle before he's run down by James Hervey, the nose man. But from the 15, he got out.
There's a problem.
27.
Good block. It looked like it might have been number 52, but I'm not real sure for North Hall. That would have been Matt Haynes, a left guard. Looked like he sprung Wolf on the play.
Got 12 yards.
He sprang him. I should use the correct.
Excuse me, Dick. Got 12 yards and a 1st down at the 27. No room to run that time. Epps.
Well, they ran that unbalanced, and it didn't look like Sandy Creek had adjusted real well to it.
Jordan Littlepage, he looked like he got nothing, and he still picked up 2, 2nd and 8. Tell you, Bobby Epps, who, by the way, is quite a scholar. Nice article about him in the Times about how smart he is, and a good kid. Might graduate. I think I saw he's going to graduate early, and maybe start taking some college courses next semester. 2nd and 8. Fabian Jackson, the quarterback. Fakes. Looks.
Nobody open.
And that's going to be a coverage hit right there. Had him well covered. Fabian Jackson goes down.
Jeremy Holt, the defensive end, making the stop.
Holt, number 13, comes in. 6'4", 185-pound senior. Fights off the block there.
You see Jackson looking, and there's just nothing there.
3rd and 5, and there he is waiting on him. 3rd and 5, kind of big as we head towards the 2-minute mark in the first half. Wolf can't get free.
in trouble from the start.
Matt Solomon just came crashing through the line.
And you saw a lot of white jerseys that went crashing through the line that time.
Lost a yard, 4th and 6. And here comes Dunn, who has been busier tonight than I guess he has all season.
This will be his 5th punt. I can't remember him punting more than a couple of times. I don't think he punted but once last week. Maybe twice.
4th and 6 at the 31. Lane, the speedy receiver, is the deep man. Kicks it high and off the side of his foot. It's going to hit, but it's going to take a North Hall roll. What a break. Down to the 31. The 31 to the 31. 38-yard punt and no return.
1:11 left to go, and Sandy Creek with 69 yards to go for a touchdown. They are out of timeouts. They've used them all.
They've also
dealing with
used
personnel, getting them on the field.
A lot of wide receivers tonight.
Well, this is their 5th possession, all after punts.
Alexander is widest to the right. Now they flop the fullback around from left to right, but they've got another fullback in there. In the I formation, they hand to Neal, and it didn't look like they're going to try anything fancy here. Colin Alford was there. Also 77, Tosic.
Dylan Wolf.
Dylan Wolf. He got 2, 2nd and 8, and we're inside of a minute to play now here in the first half. Line of scrimmage just beyond the 33. Gary Glenn along with Dick Cord, William Howington, Sandy Creek, and North Hall in a 0-0 struggle here in the second round of the AAA playoffs. Got men wide each way and from the eye. Rio Johnson to throw. Rainbows it up. Jump ball knocked out of bounds. Fabian Jackson, Bodie Haas back there. He was trying to hit Braxton Lane.
He got about a step on the Haas, but Jackson came over from his free safety spot and was there waiting on it.
3rd and 8 at the 33.5.
Wolf limping off to the sideline. Dylan, number 2.
Is he limping, or they just put a little bit different secondary in there?
Well, his brother's in there, Hunter's in there.
He's going to the sideline, gingerly going over to the side a bit.
He's got that knee wrapped. I think that's a pre-existing injury, but we'll have to get an update on that.
Put Braxton Lane in motion. Snead is the fullback, Neal the tailback. Long snap count. And they hand to Neal, who breaks into the secondary. And he's going to be wrestled down by Duncan. He's kind of bulldogged him down. He ripped off a long run.
29 yards.
All the way down to the North Hall 37, but remember, they have no timeouts.
They got to just get up and spike it, and that's what he does there. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 37. 16.6 seconds to play here on the digital clock in the first half.
Well, I guess I got the 2 speediest players back there, Wolf and Jackson on defense. They're not really backing up a whole lot. Jackson's about 15 yards deep.
Alexander wide one way. Mark Ellis wide the other. They got Lane over there to the right too. Rio Johnson looks to his right. Being chased. Jackson Griffith trying to close in. Got him. And did he get out of bounds? Did the ball go out of bounds?
I think they're going to call him in bounds, but the ball went out of bounds.
That's it.
He tried to throw a pass, it looked like.
Look at Griffith play off this block here. The guy never got to him. Jackson Griffith going to run him down here as the half ends. Grabbed him up. And there it is. Yeah, he tried to throw it. But that's it. That's the halftime. 0-0. Something that I don't think anybody in this press box expected.
I would not have thought it. Probably nobody in the stands here would have thought about it.
All right. Well, Dick and William will be back to recap the first half. And for the first time this year that we've done a North Hall game, I guess it's for the first time this year we've done any game.
We've had somebody score in the first half every week.
Well, we got some stats to talk about. Dick and William back with your halftime show in just a moment. The Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Hello, I'm Ron Quinn, President of Peach State Bank and Trust. Peach State Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor North Hall football. As a local community bank, we take pride in promoting the youth of Hall County in education, sports, and in good health. We have a staff of 25 highly trained banking professionals ready to assist you with your financial needs. We are here because service matters. Come by and let us show you a different style of banking. Peach State Bank and Trust, because service matters. Let's go Trojans!
Halftime here at the Brickyard, Sandy Creek and North Hall, no score. It's been like two mules just lined up kicking at each other. Not much offense at all in this game. William will get to some of those stats, but right now we're going to go down to the field. Gina Gailey has Bob Christmas. Gina.
All right, Coach, halftime adjustments.
Well, you know, not a lot of adjustments tonight. There's some areas that we want to try running the football. We've made change some of our play action passes up a little bit, but basically we gotta block them tonight. I think our defense is playing great tonight, but offensively our offensive line's got to block some people tonight.
Well, let's hope they do, and we'll see you back here for a winning at the end of the fourth quarter.
Thank you, Gina. Appreciate it.
Back up to you, Dick.
Thank you very much, Gina Gailey and William. Not a whole lot of offense in this game. Some very quick defense. Good game if you like defensive football.
Well, we've always talked about North Hall's offense, but you know the defense held opponents to about 8 points this year. And obviously Sandy Creek, even though they lost 4 games, I think the most points they had scored on was about 20-something, and that was in a loss to a 4A school. But not much offense, like you said. North Hall had 3 first downs. On 20 rushing attempts, had 71 yards, which is probably definitely a season low. Hunter Wolf had 6 carries for 36 yards. Bobby Epps 5 for 14. Dylan Wolf 3 for 10 yards, and Fabian Jackson 6 for 11. Passing, Jackson was 1 for 1 for 3 yards. Hunter Wolf caught that pass for a total of 74 yards. Jake Dunn punted 5 times for a 36-yard average, and they had 4 penalties for 20 yards, which is sort of uncharacteristic of the Trojans.
Yet Dunn has got to play a whole lot tonight.
Right,
That's been unusual.
5 punts. That definitely, I would imagine he hadn't punted 5 times in the game all year. Sandy Creek, similar statistics: 4 first downs. 13 rushes for 68 yards. Rajon Neal had 8 for 44. Rio Johnson, the quarterback, 2 for -6. And Alex Green, the big fullback, had 3 rushes for 30 yards, but 26 of them came on that one long play that he had. Passing, Sandy Creek was 2 of 9 for 16 yards. Rio Johnson was 2 of 8 for 16 yards. Ronnie Bell threw 1 on that fake punt and was incomplete. That's a total of 84 yards. Ronnie Bell caught 1 pass for 8 yards. Patrick Alexander 1 for 8. Punting, Russell Bonner had 3 punts for 46 yards, and they had 1 penalty for 5 yards. So similar statistics, not much rushing, not much passing. Both teams are punting the ball. Penalties, 5 total penalties. So really, obviously, a pretty even first half.
And no turnovers in the game. In a game like this, it can be the team that turns it over, that makes that mistake that ends up costing them the game. Field position also becomes very important. The way it's going, you just look for more defense in the second half.
Well, for North Hall, they obviously need to have a sustained drive, just pounding it up in there with that big offensive line and their great backs. And of course, Sandy Creek's going to try to throw the ball, apparently, and hit them. And they do have some big strike capabilities.
And the way the punting game is going, every team seems to have a long field to play with, and they've not been able to sustain that long drive. So a mistake, look for the turnover, a short field, that may be the difference in the game. Well, we'll find out when we get to the second half, and we'll get to that right after these messages on the Hall County Sports Game of the Week.
Located just north of Gainesville in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains stands North Hall High School. The school has been a pillar in Northeast Georgia for the past half-century and a leader in the academic community. North Hall has stood tall among local schools by consistently being a leader in SAT, ACT, and Georgia high school graduation test scores. The academic successes of North Hall are evidenced by a visit from the state school superintendent Kathy Cox in 2006. Initiatives designed to enhance the outstanding educational experience our students receive include the Renaissance Program, which highlights and rewards students for their academic achievements. This program has brought North Hall local, state, and national recognition. North Hall is also in the application process of becoming an international baccalaureate school, which will also raise the level and rigor of academics at the high school. This year, North Hall celebrated its 50th year of service to our community and looks forward to greater accomplishments in the future.